I am Vinnie Tortorich, folks. Your good intentions have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to help you get them back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed, just like the woman on the other mic. And she comes in every Wednesday. I'm talking about the beautiful Miss Gina Grad. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's so nice to be here as usual. And I still am feeling like fairly lean and mean. So it feels good.
Yeah. Well, Gina, I keep waiting for my new Gina dick pic, as I like to call them, even though because you
Yeah.
showed your midriff
hmm
on the beach. And
which is not something I've ever done.
well, let me say this: Gina's got a 12-year-old boy's body.
Which you wouldn't expect, but let him explain.
Yeah, her hips are not these big giant women hips. She goes straight up and down. So any weight gain in the middle is going to take away from the curvature. Now, Gina was blessed with the world's largest breast. And because of that, that gave her curves, right?
Yeah,
The boobs were kind of all over.
right.
Gina didn't have to worry about it. Even though she's had the world's biggest breast reduction, the way she told it to me, they couldn't take more than they took because it would have been dangerous. Right?
Yeah, you could lose your nipples if they go too small because you're cutting off blood ventricles. So it
Right.
now I'm just the biggest in the neighborhood, not the world.
Yeah. And so, you couldn't ever really tell what Gina's figure looked like, but now you can.
Yeah.
And she's been losing weight,
hmm
a lot of weight. And for someone her height, Gina is not, 6 feet tall.
Far from it. About 5'5".
Yeah. I would have given you 5'4". I didn't know you were that tall. And maybe it's because, you never wear women's shoes. I would always see you
Women's shoes.
in
I
flat flip
no,
flops or
even
whatever.
at my wedding, I wore flats. I hate high heels. I love the way they look. Can't wear them.
Yeah. So Gina doesn't have the big giant hips. So any weight around the midsection is going to look like more weight.
You got that. I have that apple shape that it all kind of gathers in the middle.
Yeah. Not anymore. It's
Yeah.
coming in. It's coming in. And Gina, I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
You've made yourself very healthy.
I'm
You
feeling
got the
really good.
reduction up top. So, and look, guys, I don't want to speak for Gina, but I'm thinking by next summer we may see the whole two piece.
Oh yeah, because yeah, right. I had the sweats on.
That's right. She's doling it out a little bit at a time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, like we don't have to go off on this whole thing, but I I have very complicated feelings toward things like Ozempic and the semiglutides, which I have never taken. Um, I think like the jury's still out on a lot of that stuff, and we're figuring it out. But can I just tell you, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I kind of resent people like Oprah who may or may not have taken it, but said at some convention not too long ago, like she said, I didn't take Ozempic because that was the easy way out. And I thought, what a very odd thing to say for somebody who struggled with weight gain their entire life. If someone told me there was an easy way out, like with no complications, I'd be like, do you know how hard I've worked? There's an easy way out. Please tell me what the easy way out is, because I promise you, nothing I've ever done has felt like the easy way out. So I just thought that was kind of a not great choice of words. Don't you think anyone who's battled weight gain their entire life would love nothing more than to hear there's an easy way out? We all have to take the moral high ground because it's the easy way
Well,
out.
when I remember hearing that comment too, and I thought, Oprah is a smart woman. I've met the woman twice. Um,
Oh, no doubt she's a genius. I just thought that was a bad choice of words.
well, it was ignorant
Yeah.
because Ozempic is not the easy way out. You're taking a chance on your life. I tell people whenever you watch any of the GLP-1 commercials, Wegovy, Ozempic as the third one,
Manjaro.
Manjaro, thank you. You're not taking an easy way out. You're taking a chance,
Mm.
right?
In what way?
Well, one of the side effects is death.
Huh. Okay.
And if you saw the list of side effects, you would go look up, pull up Wegovy and pull up side effects. Go to wherever you go, WebMD or wherever, go to a reliable place. I'm going to have you read off some of the side effects that you get. But so that's not an easy way out. There is no free lunch. You're taking a chance. And I read these. I mean, and when you get past the diarrhea or the this or the lightheadedness and it gets into some pretty gnarly stuff. Now, Gina, do you have a list there? Because you have a look on your face like you have a list.
I do. And by the way, even just the basic quote unquote side effects of being so nauseous you can't eat, which is why you're not eating and why you're losing weight, doesn't exactly sound like the easy way out to me. But when we get past the common side effects and then the mild side effects, it goes to serious.
Do common and then go into serious.
This is from some website, Medical News Today. So this is the common stuff: abdominal pain, nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation. I'm out.
Common. This is, you might have, these are the common things you get from that. And by the way, a lot of the consults I do, I hear about it. It's like, yeah, I tried it. How did it work out? I felt like I was sick all the time.
Yeah, you had $1,500 constipation because it is very expensive.
Right. Okay, go on from there. What else you got?
Mild side effects. The list doesn't include all possible mild side effects of the drug, but here's a bunch of them. Vomiting, abdominal pain, fatigue, dizziness, bloating, burping, flatulence, heartburn, GERD, gastroesophageal reflux, stomach flu, nausea, diarrhea, constipation, headache, mild allergic reaction.
People who have constant acid reflux end up getting cancer.
Esophageal cancer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I know 2 people who had esophageal cancer. One of them is no longer with us because, just couldn't. And by the way, love this person to death, wouldn't listen to me. It's like, look, go off of seed oils, get rid of grains, get it. Oh, come on. What am I supposed to eat? Well, you're dead now. So now you're not eating anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
and this is the stuff this is the serious side effects where you're supposed to call 911 or your local emergency number immediately. Low blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes. That'll be, dizziness, sweating, confusion. Pancreatitis, inflammation of the pancreas. And you'll probably know that with abdominal pain, fever, and vomiting. Gallbladder problems. Also, a symptom is abdominal pain and vomiting. Kidney problems. Nausea, fatigue, vomiting, diabetic eye problems, which will include, you'll know it by the blurry vision and the vision loss, depression or suicidal thoughts, changes in mood, increased heart rate, risk of thyroid cancer, and severe allergic reaction.
Okay. Oh, Gina, if you went to a doctor and the doctor's giving you an exam, and you said, doctor says, Gina, do you smoke?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said yes. Let's say you said yes.
Sure.
Doctor would do everything. Listen, this causes lung cancer. It can cause heart disease. It coats your villi with this, black lungs and the whole thing. You could get, you can lose your teeth. You could get esophageal cancer from it. You get all this stuff. Don't smoke, right? Smoking doesn't cause pancreatitis. It doesn't cause liver disease. It doesn't cause. This is worse than smoking. Am I wrong?
I mean, so we got the data.
All right. You go to a doctor. Doc, I don't smoke. I just smoke cigars. Oh, don't do that. Why not? Not going down into my lungs. You get throat cancer, mouth cancer, tongue cancer. Don't smoke cigars. So the doctor would tell you that, right?
Yeah, of course. That would be his job.
That's just cancer in the mouth, the tongue, and the esophagus.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Read that list again, just the severe list.
Okay, I'll go through it quickly. low blood sugar, pancreatitis, gallbladder problems, kidney problems, diabetic eye problems, suicidal thoughts or depression, increased heart rate, risk of thyroid cancer, and severe allergic reaction.
Now, a doctor will tell you to stop cigarettes and cigars immediately. Does this not sound worse to you? I hate to have to baby it down like this. I hate to have to fucking dumb it down. But isn't this worse?
I mean, it doesn't sound appealing. It doesn't sound like a dice roll that's, who cares? It sounds scary.
Come see, come saw. I might get it, I might not. I heard Sharon Osbourne the other day somewhere talking, and she's like, yeah, I lost a lot of weight, but I had to stop. It was killing me.
Yeah.
She didn't get into the details. She was like, I had to stop. I couldn't take it anymore. So let's take Oprah's ignorant statement, because that's what it was.
Right.
I think she's a smart woman, but ignorance doesn't mean stupid or dumb, folks. Ignorance means that you're ignoring facts.
Right.
And Oprah saying that was just an ignorant statement. Right?
Right.
The fact of the matter is that you're not helping yourself. The idea behind losing weight is to get healthy.
Right.
If what you're doing to lose weight, hell, why not just take heroin? Heroin makes you lose weight. Why not cocaine? I've seen a lot of people lose weight taking the cocaine.
Yeah, sure.
Why not just do that? Well, that's crazy, Vinnie. The side effects. Okay, we're good. We're down to side effects.
Right.
The side effects, yeah, you feel really good when you take the coke. You feel really good when you take the heroin, right? But the side effects is you lose your teeth, you lose your house, right?
And I don't know how this translates, I don't know if it's apples to apples, but eventually with the coke and the heroin, it stops working. You're not getting the high. You're not feeling great. It's so great anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like a marriage. First, there's a lot of sucking and blowing, and then you lose your house. Same thing happens with heroin.
Heroines, hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's and I know two people that are on it, and they are having two very different experiences. One's like, I haven't had any side effects. So far, so good. Steady as she goes. And one person said, I don't think I can continue. This is so you don't know what group you're going to be in, and that's just for the mild stuff.
Wait, hang on. Are they both on the same drug?
Oh, good question. I don't know, because I think for them it's whatever is more cost effective. That's a very good question.
Is it because you see the Wegovy is a bigger GLP-1 inhibitor than Jordan and the other one?
Right. Yes, you're right. And the other thing, which I don't know a lot about, but because it's a patented thing, compound pharmacies are making their own versions of it and selling those, because they can't sell the Ozempic one because that's patented. So it's all very interesting. I'm as much research and as curious as I still am about it. I feel very out of my league with the facts, but like now people just go to their compound pharmacy and get like their version.
I just read a thing this morning. Let me see if I can send it to you, Gina.
Mm-hmm. He's looking for something on his phone, in case you're wondering.
Serena sent it to me.
Just out of curiosity, because you're wearing a Jay Leno denim shirt. Are you also wearing jeans?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I just want to double check.
What do you think? I'm a lunatic?
Yeah, no, you're in your Texas tuxedo, and I like the look.
Yeah. I think I found this. Here, I'll stand up for you in a second. I'll model for you, Gina.
Oh, thank you.
Gina, I'm sending this. I think I'm sending this to you.
Okay, we'll find out in a second.
Nestlé, it says Nestlé rides Ozempic boom with a new companion candy for weight loss drugs.
What?
This came out this morning. New York Post. And it was also
I'm looking.
News. You can, but wait, Gina, here, let me
first
because this turns Gina on a little bit, because we have a relationship. Come on. Can you see my jeans?
Oh my God, denim up top, denim down south. Look at you. Oh, we get the big belt buckle.
Hey, baby, you know how I dress. You know how I roll.
And you know, the best part of this is his casual outfit. Like he wouldn't wear this on a plane because he's
No,
not dressed up enough.
no, I wouldn't. No, I have too much respect for my fellow man.
Wow. This is his casual denim.
Look, can you see?
You're wearing, okay. And he's in his fanciest, finest leather boots. I didn't know we had to wear shoes for this podcast.
Oh, yeah. And Gina, look, let me tell you something about life.
Please do.
If you wear, I don't know, does Sears still exist?
Yeah, I think so.
I've always said if you wear a Sears suit, you're going to get a Sears job.
Wow.
In life, look, I work from home. And during the day, I wake up, I exercise. You know, I got shorts on. If I'm on the bike, I put on bike shorts. If I'm doing a rowing machine, I put on and I go to the gym, I wear proper gym clothes when I go to the gym. But when I come home, it's so easy to stay in those clothes.
Yep.
Right? Or you could come home, you could take a shower, clean up a little bit. And so you don't offend other people. I have people work around the house, what have you. And you can get dressed a little bit. Now, you don't have to dress. I don't put a coat and tie on. But when I go to someone's house for dinner, I do.
Right. And right now you look like you put a little effort into it. And it's funny because I don't think you consider this effort.
No, it's, you know, if I went out and worked for a living somewhere, if I was selling cars or whatever, people, you know, when I sold cars in college, people were like, you know, I was always salesman of the month, right? And they were like, oh, you just get lucky. And it's like, no, look, I come in, my shoes are shine, you know, I shine them myself. I had a shoe box.
Sure.
I'm at home, and keep them clean. I looked a certain way. I dressed a certain way. I spent a little extra on the shirt. I pressed them myself. I couldn't afford, when I was in college, I couldn't afford to go to the cleaners and
pick it up.
I had an iron, press them up. I wore nice pants. I didn't buy the cheap with the polyester. I got the nice ones with the cotton and the wool. And when you look a certain way, and you know, these guys, oh, he gets lucky. You know what else I had? I had 2 or 3 umbrellas in my car at work, because when it started raining, the other salesmen, I'm not going out there in the rain. But if you got an umbrella, you go out there, and I see people coming in a lot. I run up to the car with the umbrella.
Genius.
Right. And people respect that. You get, you know, you get back what you put in.
Right.
In life.
And you're attracting a certain clientele.
Could I have flip-flops on, right? Absolutely. But I would know, you know, and Bonzo would know.
Oh, well, that's a shanda, as my people say. Can't do that.
You got to show up in life. And if you don't, and look, I know I sound like 60-year-old Vinnie, and I'm 61 now. I get it. But when I'm on an airplane, I'm the only guy usually with a belt and proper shoes on, or, you know, I wear a lot of cowboy boots, usually cowboy boots, or, you know, or something. But I'm looking a certain way.
And that's another thing I keep quoting about what Tim Conway Jr. always used to quote his father, who flew them around, you know, the world, saying, when you see the world sees you. And that's why they always had to dress up at the airport.
Yeah. Tim and I have a lot in common.
You really do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we do. So, and look, Dr. Drew, Adam says, you know, Vinnie and Dr. Drew, a lot in common, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, Drew dresses, he always has a blue blazer somewhere to throw on if he has to. And he's always dressed in a nice pair of jeans, got nice shoes on.
Yeah. And it's funny because even his T-shirts, you can tell he didn't just pull it out of the dirty clothes hamper. Like, he always looks put together.
Those T-shirts cost about $60 each. I know that because I have a bunch of them. Because if you're going to look, they're T-shirts I use when I'm doing yard work.
Right.
And at the gym. But if I'm going to dress up a T-shirt, you're going to know that I've dressed up a T-shirt.
Yeah. It's a high quality item.
Right. So people, oh, you spend 60 on a T-shirt? What? No, I'm not rich. I'm not Mr. Rich Guy. But if I'm going to go somewhere in a T-shirt, it's not going to have, you know, Joe's Pool Hall written across it.
It's not going to say tap out.
Right. Exactly. It's going to be of some quality.
Yeah.
Because I respect where I'm going to be and I respect the people I'm going to see. And look, if they don't want to do it, I don't look down on people for not doing it. It lets me know who you are.
Yeah. And how you present yourself.
Yeah. And you work from home, Gina. I mean, like knowing you're probably doing the newscaster thing where you have a nice top on and let me guess, sweats on the bottom. What's on the bottom, Gina?
Today it's very cute blue and white striped shorts, but there's no shoes. And well, I know how you feel about makeupless women, and that's your thing. But in general, but how you feel about clothes is how I feel about makeup. Like let's not look like we rolled out of bed, and let's put a little pride into our face and just make sure we're glowing and we're ready to go. So I think we all have our way.
Yeah, and look, I don't begrudge anyone for wearing makeup or anything else. I like the more natural look, personally. Look, I dated this girl in LA. I dated a bunch of girls. So this one girl said, "I wish you would just take me for what I am." And I was like, "Well, let's see. You got fake tits, and you have a ton of makeup on your face. You got
Probably
the eyelash stuff. You got this and that. I don't know what color your hair started out, but the carpets aren't matching the drapes. I don't know who you are." And by the way, her eyes, I thought they were blue when I met her. They were brown. She had the things in.
Oh, the contacts. I've never done that.
Take me for what I am. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, as soon as I figure it out, I can consider it.
Take me for what I am. You look like an experiment. I don't know.
Oh my God.
So you got that article over there?
I do, and I'm already scared. I have it right here on my phone.
Yeah.
So this is from New York Post. Nestlé announced Thursday that the company was working on companion products for Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro. The CEO said there's a market for products that will allow those on appetite-suppressing drugs to get their nutrients. And the companion products, quote unquote, could also help to, quote, limit the loss of lean muscle mass and rapid regain of weight. For a more permanent solution, they're working on a smaller portion sizes of their goods. Oh, so like teeny tiny Snickers, I guess. And then we talk about Ozempic. We talk about all the drugs. While Ozempic and Wegovy are widely used for weight loss these days, only Wegovy's been approved for just weight loss. And I believe you mentioned this, but Wegovy actually has more of the juice.
The more of the active ingredient.
Right.
I don't know how else to put that.
Yeah, me either. They reaffirmed that a majority of Nestle products will not be affected by the rise of the use of weight loss drugs, but they will be carefully monitoring to see if the demand for product is affected, because apparently they've had a little dip in their stock and a little dip in their sales, so they need to get on board. And that reminds me, I'll have to find it another time and send it to you, but I did take a picture a couple weeks ago at one of the drugstores, CVS or Walgreens or whichever, and took a picture for you, but I think forgot to send it, of their like diet Snickers. And you got to see the packaging on this, because it's everything that we've talked about, the way they try and fool people into thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice.
Send that over. And while you're doing that, folks, I tried to think through why would people think that, anything that Nestle makes would be nutrient dense.
Right.
And I had to squint really hard. And here's what I came up with. There's like, we want to make sure people get nutrition. Oh, from Nestle products, from candy. Right. Okay. So how does that work? And what I came up with is there's always been this lie that carbohydrates are muscle sparing, right? That's why these bro science guys, you need carbohydrates as muscle sparing. The idea is if you're using sugar, blood sugar during your workout, you're somehow miraculously you're not going to start pulling from your own protein, which could be your own body, right? Why not just have more protein before you work out? That's also muscle sparing, and it's the way your body wants it. So nothing Nestle's going to do is going to get you there.
I'm looking at it right now. This is the one that I found, and I don't have the picture I took, but this is it. It's the high protein Snickers in totally different packaging. It's hard to get a good shot of this, but it's on the front of the package. Let's see. It says high protein, 4 grams total of sugar, 209, or no, I'm sorry, 20-gram protein, peanuts, caramel, chocolatey coating, 240 calories, and packaged completely different than a regular Snickers. It looks way more like not a Slim Fast bar, but like, one of those. It looks more like a protein bar.
Yeah, protein bar. All right, so Gina, can you see the ingredients? Is that
I'm looking for it. My protein Snickers ingredients. Let's see here. I mean, it looks like an energy bar. It's totally different packaging. Let's see here. I am trying to go to it, and it looks delicious. I mean, what's the problem? Okay. No, it's not giving me a clear shot. It's very blurry. Or maybe it's my eyes are going. Oh, and it says there's no allergens in it. So that's good, I guess, whatever that means.
Right. But still, you can't find they're telling you everything that's not in it, but I want to know what the ingredients.
Let's see. Let's see. Here's the ingredients: milk protein isolate, whey protein isolate, glycerin, inulin, palm kernel oil, roasted peanuts, gelatin, peanuts and palm oil, sugar, water, sunflower oil. Oh, then we have cocoa. Natural flavors, salt, sunflower lecithin, soy lecithin, disodium phosphate, and sea salt.
Okay, so it's a science experiment, right? Okay, folks, there's nothing good about please don't even, during the consults, don't even bring this up. Gina, I want to use the remainder of this time to talk about something that we talked about on the Monday show.
I can't wait, please.
So I have been doing these, all right. The genesis was about 10 years ago, I started doing consults because people decided they wanted to talk to me and get information. And the consults worked like a charm.
Right.
You pay a fee for a half an hour or an hour, and you get to, ask me any questions and go on.
Like really customizable, like you're having a one-on-one. Right.
Yeah, it's one-on-one. And I thought at the time that people would do one consult and that would be it.
Right.
And that's very well true for a lot of people. They do one consult. Sometimes people have done, they'll do one and then a month or two later, they'll do another one.
Right.
Because or when you hear back from them 3 weeks later, that means it's working, but now they have more questions than answers.
Right.
So, yeah, but sometimes 2 or 3 months. And then there were some people who they would do an hour-long consult, and then once a month, I would see the same names. I still do. I see the same names over and over. And I would even ask those people, you keep setting up these half-an-hour consults, and we only talk for 15 or 20 minutes. I say, yeah, I just need to check in. I just need to show up. I just need to be there. Right. You keep me on track.
Right. Your accountability.
The accountability. So then a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I decided to try an experiment where I took 10 people and I did a live Zoom with the 10 people, and each person got to ask a question. And with time remaining, I would go back to the top and,
That's great.
Again, but everyone, it worked like a charm. We've talked about this, where people's questions were getting asked before I even got to them. So they were able to go to the second, third, or fourth question. And these things worked way better than I thought. So when I put it out there for the second time, I got a waiting list of hundreds of people.
Right.
Right. So even if I haven't sent out a second
newsletter
because I'm still working off of the waiting list.
Right.
Right. So I was talking to Serena and one of the guys that work for me, Chris, and I just kind of said out loud, I didn't kind of say it out loud, I said it out loud. I said, man, it would be nice. Wouldn't it be great if I can charge even less money? Because for that group, for the group of 10, each person paid $25.
Okay. Reasonable.
I said, what if, I was asking Chris, I said, is there a world where I can have like 100 people?
Right.
or 150 people. It's not on Zoom. He goes, yeah, you already have the setup. We can have as many people as you want. I said, okay. So they would pay less of a fee than that. And then I started thinking through it. And I said, wait a minute. When you got 100, 200 people, whatever, they won't all get to ask their questions, but those people have the same questions.
Right.
And I noticed that one of the guys I'm a fan of, Dave, who does the financial stuff?
Uh, uh?
Financial guy, Dave. Come on,
You got me.
Financial guy, Dave.
On what platform?
On every platform. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know why Asbury came out of my mouth, because he's a jerk. I can't think of Dave. I'm picturing the guy. He's got the little goatee, the financial guy.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep talking.
Anyway, so it was like he does, he has these type of things where people can do this. And I get a lot out of that, right?
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey, thank you. I'm big in the financial world. I believe in saving every dime and figuring out how to make it through life without having to beg on anyone else. And
right.
Dave Ramsey is good about that. It's like I listen to Dave, and I'm a big fan. And it's like, what if I can do where I have a bunch of people? And Chris says, yeah, you can definitely do that. So what we're going to do is, when you hear this, you can go now. We haven't come up with a price structure yet, but it's going to be cheaper than $25.
Sure.
Once you sign up, what you're signing up for is twice a month check-in.
So, oh my God, that's such a great idea.
I'm going to do 2 1-hour things every month. So every 2 weeks, there's a check-in. And we're going to pull people out of the crowd and bring them on and talk to them. But everyone is going to feel like they're part of it, because you could get pulled out of the crowd. We're going to do a very pointed, weight loss, how to get in shape class. And it's going to be like a subscription model, right? And you could cancel at any time, right?
This is a great idea.
Let's say it's $15, $18. I don't know, whatever.
Right.
Every month you would pay that, and you get to check in every 2 weeks. It's a check-in. And even if you miss one, it's like, well, I have to work or whatever. If you belong to the group, you can watch for free, because we're going to put them up for the group. So you have to miss because you're weak, you got to, work and this and that. You got to miss one. You can always go back for free. Well, for the cost of being
right. And
there's
watch.
No extra cost to go watch. And I'm going to be giving other stuff, like free PDFs if you need it, if you paid for it, whatever, what have you. But we're going to have other free stuff, or I'm saying free, but include it.
Right.
Right.
This is such a great idea. This is literally like the next logical step, or, couple steps between like, I listen to what Vinnie says and I have the PDF and I'm in the Facebook group. Or I need to do my own one-on-one for an hour, every week. Like, this is the perfect middle ground of accountability. This is such a great idea. And that it's live. It's not just like, we've talked about before, these tricksters that say, watch to the end of the video and you'll get the advice. Click on the next video and you'll get the advice. That is mind-numbing. And it's a horrible thing to do to people who are looking for help. So this is such a good solution.
This is going to be every 2 weeks, Gina. And here's the deal. You go to vinnietortorich.com/VIP and just, go there. There's a landing page. Give us, tell us you want to be part of this. And what we're going to do is on around the 30th of this month of November, we're maybe the 30th, 31st, whatever. We're going to send out a thing to say, okay, we have your name. You're on the list. You have the first option to sign up. Great because idea. We're going to give a special deal for the first X number of people. I don't know, it might be the first 20, 30, 40 people. Special deal, and that will be your deal. If this thing goes on for a year, 2 years,
you're locked in.
Yeah, you're locked in at that low price, because after we're calling this first group a beta group.
Yeah.
Right? We're trying this. So if you want to be part of that, whatever that price is, whenever we roll it out bigger and bigger, you're still in at that price.
That's smart, because this is going to have, you're going to be feeling your way through. Obviously, you're an expert, but this whole idea will have a little trial and error. So you're part of the first group that can kind of work out the kinks. And then when it's big and shiny, you charge whatever you want, but you'll still be the first group pricing. That makes sense.
Yeah. And it's going to be, even when we have the price go up, these aren't the numbers, but let's say at first we say, okay, everybody's in for $12, the first 40 people,
right.
30 people are at $12, because
right.
I'll have a beta group. But then it might go up to $18.
Right.
Or something like that. $6 more.
Right.
But wherever you get locked in, that's where you're going to get locked in forever. Now, if you cancel at some point and come back a month later too, you're going to be at the new price. But
right. You have to get in the back of the line. Yeah.
Right. We can't give you that price back, but as long as you keep it going, you get that price lifetime, as long as you keep it going.
That is such a great idea. And just to clarify, because I think most people get it, but we're not talking $12 a session. This is $12 a month.
A month, so let's say we land on, I'm just going to use an even number after the first group and the whole thing. Let's say we land on $20. That's $10 per class.
Right.
Plus we're going to be handing out other stuff,
resources. Yeah.
And plus you get to go back and listen to we're going to have a library of all these things. You can go back and listen to whatever you want.
This is a great idea.
Right? That way I can help people more in real time.
This is more like, I'm saying this, you're not, because, I don't want, but from what it sounds like, it almost has like a group therapy element, because for some people also, guess what? A one-on-one is like too much focus and it's too much pressure. And I can guarantee you why some people aren't calling and some people are. The introverts don't want that kind of focus, but they'd like to lurk in the group and learn in a low pressure scenario. Trust me.
Yeah. Look, I mean, when people call, a lot of times the first thing I hear is, I'm very nervous to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the easiest guy in the world to talk to.
It's true.
And I put them at ease, right? As I can.
There's nothing you haven't heard.
Right.
Two things. There's nothing that's going to shock you, and you're not, sorry to throw her under the bus, but you're not Jillian Michaels saying, I want you to work out until I see you throw up. You're not those people.
No. So, this is what we're going to try.
This is great.
I'm going to repeat it again, VinnieTortorich.com/VIP. And we're going to have a landing page there. Give us the information. Let us know that you want to be in that group. And we're going to kick it off. And you're going to be part of the beta group. We're going to charge less for it to see where it goes, because I'm going to be picking my way through this, just like you're going to be picking your way through it.
Right.
And it's, boom, we're doing
this is awesome. And when does it start? When should people be looking for this?
I'm planning on, that's why we're going to put it out at the end of this month, because then I can do one, we can get everyone set up, and I'm going to do one right before mid-December. So actually, I'm going to be lying about the first one. I'm going to do one in mid-December. And I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to do it on the 31st of January, where most people are going to not want to do it, or the 1st. But it'll be approximately 2 weeks later.
Smart, because people will already be dealing with, what have I done between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they're going to feel a little lost, and that's a good time to start helping. And then whether it's January 1st and you hit the ground running and everyone has their New Year's resolutions, or January 31st, where frankly, people have already dropped their resolutions, either way is fine.
That's correct, Gina. And, my feeling, the people around me were like, start in January. If you listen, start in January. No, if there are people that are struggling after Thanksgiving and they're struggling going into Christmas, and
they don't want to wait,
Christmas is right behind it, I want to catch those people. I'm like the Statue of Liberty. Send me, you're tired, you're poor, you're morbidly obese. Send them all. And that's the people I want to talk to. This is real shit. This isn't about, Vinnie's starting this in January, new year, new you. Bullshit. We're starting it this year in 2023.
Smart.
So go and do that.
I don't know a more genuine person than Vinnie Tortorich. And that's saying a lot when we're talking about stuff in like I know he would never call it this, but like the health and wellness sector. Like everybody's looking to, get you to part with your money and buy these moonstones, or, just pay for the same platitudes we see on, magazine covers. But Vinnie's helped me and hundreds of other people. So like, this is a safe purchase. This is not like another gamble, because we've all done all of the gambles already.
And by the way, by putting your name on the VinnieTortorich.com/VIP, that doesn't mean you signed up for anything. No money exchange. That just lets us know that you're interested.
Got it.
Right. That's just you're interested, and you will get first shot at getting that beta group.
I see. This is more your save the date, not the wedding invitation.
Yeah. And like I said, we're going to, the first 30 people in, or 40 or 25%, I'm going to let those in for a lesser price. And then if you don't do it that day or the next day, it's going to go up to a different price. But
right.
you're going to want to lock in at that price, because if this takes off, we're going to have to move it to a different price again. And by the way, folks, I will never have some kind of, it's $100. It's going to always be, if it's not $12 or $18, it's going to be $25. It's not going to go above that.
Well, and also what most people don't understand is, depending on what platform you're using, you have to upgrade. If you have more people in it, you have to pay for more bandwidth. Like you have to pay for more services.
Yeah, you got to the services to add those people are not cheap. Debbie's going to be working in the background, not cheap. Chris in the background, not cheap. Right. Yeah. So I have people who work for me. So that's why, and by the way, at $25 a month, that's $12.50 a class. And you can go back and listen to these whenever you want. And there's going to be all kinds of other goodies. So even if we got to $25 a month or $24 a month, right? So that'd be $12 a pop. When was the last time you walked out of Starbucks for less than $10, $12? And people do that every day.
Right.
Starbucks used to be a cup of coffee, $1.25. Not anymore.
But I need my sandwich, and I need something with a dome on top, and that's going to cost me.
It's a 20, boom. You walk out of Starbucks, $20.
No, this is great. And especially, like you said, this is kind of like a lifeline. This is a net underneath the tightrope that is New Year's resolutions. Yeah. Because we all drop off quickly when it's just us and our thoughts. But when we have like a group that is all on the same page, and not in any like BS way, but in like a way that Vinnie's kind of at the helm, this is a safe bet.
Yeah. And we talked about it on the Monday show, but sometimes people miss the show. So I just want to bring it up again.
This is great. I didn't know. This is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited about it.
You should be.
If we only get 25 people, that's great. If we get 300 people, that's great too. People will have a place, right? A place where everybody knows your name. Yeah. That's the way it's going to work.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the group. I mean, I may be a participant, because this is perfect. Like, I know I get this time with you, and like, I'm lucky that I have this accountability time with you, whether I want it or not. But just to have you as a resource in a way, like I said, that isn't a video. It isn't click to the next video. It's you. It's you being you in real time. Helping people is exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And, it's going to be like a call-in show, and people will get to call in and talk.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this.
This is great.
We've talked about it too much. Folks, Gina has a book. It's called My Extra Mom. Soon to be My Extra Dad.
Yeah, working on the illustrations, which take time because they're all hand drawn. And I'm not the illustrator, but it is a really wonderful book for step families. And with that, right now, also Instagram, My Extra Family. Please go join me over there. Follow the account. It's for parenting. It's for step parenting. It's just very active, and I'm having a lot of fun at My Extra Family on Instagram. And of course, Brian and Gina Show, wherever you listen to podcasts.
You know what to do, folks. The one thing I'm going to tell you to do today is go to VinnieTortorich.com/VIP. There's no commitment. That's just letting us know that you're interested. And then you will be the first ones to see it when it comes out. And hopefully you'll be one of the lucky few. Like I said, we can't keep it open for that long because, but if you want a lucky few to get it at, the first 30, or we'll tell you guys, go right now, the first 30 or 40 or 50, whatever, is going to be a price, and then different
That's
price.
a really good idea. This is great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is fantastic. And to get to lock in that initial pricing, because you are kind of like the test subjects, is a really fair thing to do.
Gina, brushing your teeth and wiping your ass is a really good idea. This is a fabulous idea. On behalf of Gina Grad, my name is Vinnie Tortorich. Put life and living into living, and do it with this song right here, where you can feel like you're part of the group.
Anywhere in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail. If the Beyonce didn't show, sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
I bet you never knew that song was so gay and show-tuney, did you?
And I never knew it at a second verse.
Well, they because they only play, the little piece.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is a fucking great idea. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, we're going to pick our way through this, and I've been trying to figure ever since we've done the 1-on-10,
Yeah,
or the 10-on-1, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I never knew that would work out that well.
So why not build it bigger?
Yeah, why not build a bigger boat?
Perfect.
I'm
so happy.
Yeah, but maybe we could get more people. Do you think that price of $20 is too much? That's $10 a pop. Yeah.
No, and also you're not doing this like fucking QVC Home Shopping Network, like lock it in because it's going to 200. You're saying it's always going to be reasonable. Just know if you basically want it for free or not.
Yeah.
So that is more than reasonable, and you can adjust as you go. But like between fucking $12 and $25, you should be so lucky to get that price.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
great.
So,
especially for something live. That's the key.
Right.
It's not just like you'll get a series of videos, a VHS sent to your home. The fact that it's live is the seller.
So hopefully people will like that. And
that's awesome.
That's what I'm going to do.
I'm so happy. This is fantastic. Really, this is